English Booster Journey. Your gateway to fluent English.
Hello. Welcome to the first grammar lesson of Unit 3. Lesson 1, Unit 2 teaches you the simple present forms of verbs with the subjects, I, we, you, and they. This first grammar lesson of Unit 3 continues teaching the simple present with the subjects, he, she, and it in. Affirmative sentences. Negative sentences. Yes/no questions and short answers, and WH questions.
A. Forming the simple present of verbs with he, she, and it. Look at these sentences from the text about Sue. All the verb forms in bold type are the simple present of verbs with the subjects he, she, and it. Every day, Sue leaves home for work at about 6:30 in the morning. She doesn't live far from the airbase. She likes to come to work early. At 8:45, Sue receives an order for a 30-minute tour. She turns on the music and starts to narrate. Before the day ends, Sue still has many flights. She often finds a new way to share her knowledge. Sue loves her job. B. Forming the simple present of verbs with he, she, and it, the affirmative. To make the simple present of verbs in affirmative sentences with the subjects he, she, and it, we add s or es to the infinitives of the verbs. He leaves home for work at about 6:30 every day. She studies English 3 days a week. I have a dog. It likes running around in the park. C. Forming the simple present of verbs with he, she, and it, the negative. To make the simple present of verbs in negative sentences with the subjects he, she, and it, we use does not before the infinitives of the verbs. He does not leave home for work at about 6:30 every day. She does not study English 3 days a week. I have a dog. It does not like running around in the park. The short forms of does not is doesn't. He doesn't leave home for work at about 6:30 every day. She doesn't study English 3 days a week. I have a dog. It doesn't like running around in the park. D. Forming the simple present of verbs with he, she, and it, the interrogative. To make the simple present of verbs in affirmative questions with the subjects he, she, and it, we use does before the subjects and the infinitives of the verbs. Does Sue like her job? Does she live far from the airbase? What does Sue do? Where does Sue live? When does she receive an order for a tour? To make the simple present of verbs in negative questions with the subjects he, she, and it, we use doesn't before the subjects and the infinitives of the verbs. Doesn't he like his job? Doesn't your dog love playing in the garden? Why doesn't she receive an order for a tour? E. Forming the simple present of verbs with he, she, and it, short answers. Here are examples of yes/no questions and short answers in the simple present with the subjects he, she, and it. Does Sue like her job? Yes, she does. Or, no, she doesn't. Does he live far from the office? Yes, he does. Or, no, he doesn't. F. Spelling rules. We add s after most verbs. Sue leaves home for work at 6:30. She is pleased with what she sees. She listens to many of the same questions. When a verb ends in ch, o, sh, ss, or x, we add es. He watches TV for an hour every evening. Tom goes to school by bus. My sister does her homework every evening. My mother washes the dishes right after every meal. While Lan is in the USA, she misses her parents. She mixes eggs, flour, and sugar to make cakes. When a verb ends in a consonant plus y, we change the y to I and add es. My brother studies English 3 times a week. Sue flies her helicopter every day. But when a verb ends in a vowel plus y, we don't change the y and add s only. Tom plays basketball after class in the afternoon. Betty stays with her grandparents in the summer. Please note, the simple present with the subjects he, she, and it of have is has. Sue has a good job and she loves it. He has a house, but he doesn't have a car. G. Pronouncing the s or es ending. For many verbs, pronounce the s or es ending as z. Leave, leaves. Receive, receives. End, ends. Find, finds. Love, loves. Give, gives. When the infinitive of the verbs end in f, p, k, ke, t, or te, pronounce s or es as s. Stuff, stuffs. Like, likes. Start, starts. Look, looks. Stop, stops. When the infinitive of the verb ends in c, e, ch, se, ss, sh, or x, pronounce s or es as is. Watch, watches. Finish, finishes. Wash, washes. Mix, mixes.
Thanks for watching and see you later. Please click subscribe and follow to see more.